Do pasties make girls' bums big?
Yeah, we do round there.
I imagine so.
We'll get to proper questions. It's fine. So how's the tour been so far?
Really, really fun. Yeah, we're just getting on really well.
Are you all incredibly hungover?
Do I look it? we had a bit of a boozy one in Edinburgh last night. Yeah, me and Al had a bottle of Jameson's, and Raf really took care of us and got us some beers afterwards. So a little hungover, yeah. And
yeah, we read on like the Punktastic forum, right, for the thing for this gig, that Tim had planned it out so it was only a 2-hour drive between these things. How is it 2 hours from Edinburgh to here? That's not possible.
Fucking fast. No, I think we drove for about 4 hours today, but that is by far the longest drive we've had. Tim's done an incredible tour.
How many interviews have you ever done where someone's made some kind of and mash joke?
I don't know. I think I've only done about 3 interviews ever.
That was the first one there.
Yeah,
The first in minute. Yeah, your first album kind of sounds like hot water music. That's kind of style you were.
Thank you. I've always said like the way that we kind of came to sound like we do is that I used to listen to the Outgoing Trio a lot, and I mean I still do listen to the Outgoing Trio a lot.
Can you bring Roo to Barbarito when we're done? Yeah.
I like mushrooms.
Do you like them?
I like mushrooms. Yeah, so like I think at some point I decided that I wanted to be in a band that that sounded a bit like the Outgoing Trio, and then we kind of fucked it up. That's why we sound like we do.
Hot water music. It's not a bad idea. Your new album really sounds again even more so. I think.
You're playing Fest, right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. How fucking awesome is that?
It's really cool. Yeah, Fest is like nothing else that I've experienced in the world. We were actually meant to go over for about a month. We were going to do a couple of weeks of touring and then have a week off, just holiday, and then play. But Hamish has just got a new job in school, so we're just going to go over for a week. And apparently, it's a real nightmare to tour down the Fest, because every band in the world is going down. So I think the plan is to do a sort of slightly lousy tour, get to Fest, and then come back.
It's the first time as a band will be touring the US.
We played Fest 2 years ago, which was nuts. But we didn't, apart from a couple of pre-fest shows, in fact one pre-fest show in Tampa, we didn't play anywhere else. I've never been anywhere else in America apart from Florida. So.
Are you excited for it?
Yeah, absolutely. You caught me on a very relaxed day. Yeah, I am. I'm really, really excited, and particularly to, in the UK, there's a lot of American bands who I really rate very highly, and they sort of come over one at a time. And it's gonna be really cool to go over and actually see them in their natural habitats.
Yeah. Now, of course, you're over there to play, but who do you want to see more?
That is a tough question. I'm really looking forward to seeing Small Brown Bike.
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, I haven't looked at the lineup at all. I assume they're playing. I'd love to see Small Brown Bike and Hot Water Music, because obviously Hot Water Music back together, new album, blah blah blah, and the new Small Brown Bike album is really awesome. So.
It seems to be a lot of British bands playing this time. Are you going to get back at America for kicking us out in 1981?
Sorry?
Are you going to get back at America for kicking us out in 1981?
I don't think I'm going to be very hostile.
Also, which probably constitutes like a mini UK Fest version, you're playing the South Sea Fest.
Yeah.
We love
South Sea Fest is definitely the nearest thing to Fest that we've done. Like we were there again a couple of years ago, and it's absolutely wild because there's just all these different pubs with different styles of music, and obviously like Elle and Tim like coordinate a stage and just basically do what they want with it. So Southsea Fest is awesome, and also my brother lives in Portsmouth, so it's always kind of cool to go and have a time.
No, I was saying to him about the tickets, and like, no lineup yet. I was like, I know what Elle and Tim are going to do.
You can trust them to do a good job.
Which are you more excited for, would you say?
Out to Fest or Southsea Fest?
I'm more excited about Fest because it's. I mean, I think like spending that amount of money getting somewhere, you kind of overcompensate and try to have more fun. Whereas I think Southsea Fest is going to be like one day, probably drive back kind of thing. Yes. That's a disapproving look.
No, it's not.
Do you know?
I'm curious.
I've been hoping somebody would ask me about this. It comes from, the title comes from one of my favourite quotes, which is from Cruel Intentions. With Ryan Philippe
and
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Whatever she's called.
Michelle Gellar.
Here we go.
They're talking about they're helping this guy romance a lady, and he says that he'd email her, and Ryan Philippe is like, email is for geeks and pedophiles. And like, I think I have a very strong feeling that the internet was probably a lot better before everybody got on it. Like, you know, I've been on the internet for a long time, and I liked it more without so many adverts. And so I thought that it's just a kind of poignant quote that at one point that is how it was viewed. And I liked that. And the song, like, very much is about how the sort of computing industry has just been fucked up by like everything. Well, in the same way that every industry does. Like, it's about making money rather than making decent computers that work and that people are satisfied with.
That's a great film.
It is a great film.
So finally, now, you know, we've been pretty jokey throughout, but it's a really serious question now. So, you released your new album. Is it doing well? Is it selling well?
I think we've got about 20 copies of the vinyl left.
Are you with it?
Yes, we have got some of it. But we did, like we went to Europe and did a bunch of shows in the UK with Iron Chic a couple of months ago. And we really felt like we were milking the Iron Chic cash cow because there were these brand shows and people were buying our stuff. The new album is actually selling well.
Right, so we wanted to know if you put a percentage of the profits for this album towards the commissioning of a Chuck Reagan fishing show produced by ourselves and Jeff Rickley from Thursday.
No, but I do like the idea.
Fair enough.
Because Chuck Reagan's quite charismatic, and I imagine that he knows how to catch a big fish.
Oh yeah, apparently so.
And I actually really like fishing programs as well.
Yeah. It'd be like that Robson Green one, but with Chuck Reagan.
Robson Green.
Yeah, it would be like, I saw Robson Green like on an island and his whole tent blew away or something. And I think Chuck Reagan definitely would have handled that better. Like, you can imagine him sort of fashioning a hut.
He built himself an house.
Trees down.
All his tent blew away and he'd be like, oh man, better get to work.
Yeah, so thanks for that.